Hi, my name's Matt and I'm going to teach you how to string your Reverie Harp. So before we get started, you'll want to open up your string pack and install your strings through the holes on the tailpiece. Be sure to thread each string through the provided brass washer and also install your eyelets. Make sure that you have your brass bridge tube and you can set that right in the groove on your soundboard. And you're also going to need a few tools. So you're going to need to get your tuning wrench. This would have come with your kit or instrument. And you'll also want to have a wire cutter and a pair of pliers. And I also do recommend some UV rated safety goggles. For this video, I'm just going to start with these wound strings. They're a little bit easier for you to see what's going on, but the technique and everything is the same for the unwound strings. But we're just going to go with these today. So what we want to do is pull the string tight, and we need to trim the string to length. And so you take your wire cutter, and you're going to trim your string about 1.5 inches or 2 inches past the zither pin that you're going to tune it to. So I'm going to clip that. We have this little point right here. We don't want that to be sticking out of the zither pin. We want that to be hiding in here. If it's sticking out, you can brush your finger against it and it's sharp and it'll scratch you. You can be bleeding. Somebody might see that and faint, and then you have to, do something about that, and we just don't want to get into that kind of stuff. We want to just be enjoying the Reverie Harp. So we're going to just take a precaution and just keep this end in here. And you can try and trim this down after you've tuned it, but you just better to take care of it right now. So after you've cut the string to length, we're just going to poke the string through and then just pull it back just so you can't see it there. And what we do is we give it just about a half a turn, and then we want to just pull on it like that. And when you do that, what you get is what we call a becket. And see how the string is kinked like that? That's called a becket. It's the actual term for that, so you can use that in Scrabble later tonight. I'll put that back in there. This is going to this can guide this string as I'm pulling on it up or down. So I like to have the windings go on top of each other, because as the zither pin threads itself into the instrument, then this kind of stays at the same height. So I'm just letting this come through my finger, and you'll see it here. At this point I could go down like that and keep going across it, but I want to just stay right on top of it and make some nice neat windings. And there we go. Just cut this a couple inches beyond zither pin, and I poke that through, and then I just pull it back until I can't see the end. Give it a turn, pull it tight, and just continue around and keep that winding going up. And we don't need to get these too tight at this point. We just need it tight enough so that it stays where it is. Okay, so we'll keep going here. Cut the string to length. Put the string through and then pull it back so that loose end is tucked in there. By the time you're done stringing this up, you'll be quite good at it. If you know a friend that's building one, you might volunteer to give them a hand. It's always good to help your friends and neighbors. Okay. Now we're to our thickest strings. These are the two center strings, and these two strings need a little bit of extra work. The strings themselves are a little bit too thick to wind into the to put into the hole, so we have to remove this winding. But we do start by cutting the string, just like that. And then we're going to take, this is where our pliers comes in. We take our pliers, we're just going to grab that winding, and there's a steel core that looks just like those plain steel strings on the outside of the instrument, and that's, so we want to remove this winding and expose that core. So you're going to grab that there, and you're going to be pulling against the instrument. So put your hands over these tuning pins, and you brace yourself and pull. Sometimes you'll slip off the first time. Once you get it off like that, it's pretty easy. You just pull, and we're removing that winding, and we just want to pull the winding off, expose that steel core just behind the zither pin there, and that's plenty. So then we're gonna we need to trim this off. Again, we're gonna have another little sharp point here that we want to take care of, so we'll go in and with our pliers and give that some attention, crimp that down so that's not sticking up and causing any trouble. And then we're doing the same thing as we did on the other strings. Now I'll zoom in a little bit and give you a closer view. We're going to start by clipping the string again, a couple inches beyond the zither pin. And we take our pliers to help remove this winding, and we'll just, you don't need to grab a whole bunch of it, just kind of grab the end there. And you want to squeeze not too hard though, but just hard enough to hold on to that, and you'll just have to play around till you get the feel for it. And pull, and there we go. You can see how that's come off now. Once you get it started, it comes off real easy. You just pull, keep pulling, and you can see that. And we're gonna take this to just behind the zither pin, so just to about there. So there we go. And then we want to make sure that we trim off this excess. And don't forget to take care of this end, tuck that, crimp that down, and then we're back to the business of attaching these to the zither pins. Using our same technique, get that winding to go up. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to just let you watch as I install these remaining strings here and see what my left hand's doing. It's really providing the tension so that string's not just jumping all around while you're trying to wind it onto the zither pin. And I basically just tuck the string in these three fingers here, and then my index finger here will guide the string. We go like that, and then put tension on it and guide the winding where it needs to go. Blah blah blah. We'll try that. Doesn't that sound nice? If you don't think that sounds nice, you might check out the other video we have about tuning the Reverie Harp.